I warn you now. If you are a casual observer of the video game Mortal Kombat, this will do nothing for you. You have been warned. So I just recently bought the newest installment of Mortal Kombat. Pretty cool, actually. They reimagined the entire franchise. Started it from ground zero, which I'm a fan of. Kind of a closet anarchist, if you couldn't tell by now. Anarchy, woo! In a nutshell, it's not pure anarchy. It's a little bit different than that. So the storyline, Liu Kang is the fire god. He's been the fire god since the last installment of Mortal Kombat, which I do remember. He becomes the fire god and like keeper of the universe, and all the galaxies and all that shit. Kind of the gatekeeper, or the one who holds shit down so it doesn't get into chaos. So logically, by all means, Liu Kang is... did I say Shao Kahn? I meant Liu Kang. Liu Kang is the protector of realms. There's Earth Realm, there's Outworld, there's Netherrealm. I think that's basically the main ones there. Which, I only know that because I did some research the past few years. Where did it begin really for me? Where did my true passion for Mortal Kombat come from? I was on my phone and I saw Mortal Kombat Mobile for free to download. Careful. That's where they get you. It is free to play, and you can play the entire Mortal Kombat Mobile game for free. You never have to pay a dime. However, and this is where they got me, and I know it's where they got thousands, if not millions, of other people as well. If you pay, you can get better items and better characters. That was enough for me. Sold. I think total I've spent around $600 on Mortal Kombat Mobile. Yeah, on a fucking game, I know. That's how much I love video games. Worth it. Worth it. I'm at a point of status within Mortal Kombat Mobile now where I wouldn't say I'm dominating, but I'm doing good enough to the point where I'm like, I feel like I'm worth something. So my success within the Mortal Kombat Mobile game is such that I feel a healthy amount of self-esteem. I paid for it. Kind of cheating. Kind of not fair. Okay, let's be honest. It's not fair. I don't care. Life isn't fair. Get over it. Welcome to the suck. I lost that money. Could have spent that money on food, gas, dog food, cannabis, weed. That's what cannabis is. Cannabis is actually the true definition for what you all call weed. Cannabis is the more appropriate term for weed or ganja or reefer madness. Ooh. Anyway, I picked up Mortal Kombat 1. Mortal Kombat 1 is exclusively available for the newest generation consoles, which means you can only purchase it and play it on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X or Series S, which I have a Series S. That's where I'm playing it on. Or on the Nintendo Switch. Not a fan of the Nintendo Switch, to be honest. The capabilities of being able to process that much that much graphic stuff. Bottom line is it was lagging when I had the Nintendo Switch. It was a shame, to be honest, and I got rid of my Nintendo Switch because it was all blurry and shit, and people were freezing, and screen was pixelated, and I was like, not impressed. Nintendo, you guys have failed me as a once super fan of your company. Now this is a side note, I'm with Xbox now. An Xbox guy, Microsoft dude, as far as console gaming goes. Sony just kept jacking their prices up to the point where now the PS5 is more expensive by far than the best version of the Xbox newest generation console. Used to be the opposite. Used to be that Sony was the more affordable choice. So like the PS3 and PS4 were still pricey, but without a doubt were $100 to $200 cheaper than the Xbox 360, Xbox One, all that. They did a reversal now where Microsoft is making their newest console more affordable. Could be wrong on this, but I think on Amazon, the Xbox Series S, which is the digital only version, I think is going for like $350. The disc version, which is the Xbox Series X, is the most high performing of the series within the newest consoles. Is like $400, $450. The disc version of a PlayStation 5 is out the door around $600, $550, $600. The digital version, still a little bit more than the disc version of the Xbox. So, I don't know. I guess Sony was looking at their numbers and shit and was like, we can make more money if we want to. And they're a business, so of course, they decided to make more money. Anyway, getting back to Mortal Kombat. As I said, the timeline is restarted altogether. It carries over in the fact that Liu Kang is still the fire god and is now the keeper of universes and stuff like that. But so he resets the universes. We fast forward to a certain point where he's like, I am gathering fighters for Mortal Kombat. And I thought this was very interesting because he's explaining to Kung Lao and Raiden, don't worry, I would never send you into a Mortal Kombat. No one dies in these contests. No one dies in this tournament. That won't happen. Don't worry about it. The game is called Mortal Kombat. So you see what they did there? Like we're in a period of time within this multiverse of like new beginnings where even Liu Kang, like the keeper of all things, is like, you're fine. I promise you, don't worry about that. Well, we don't know where the timeline is going to go because Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat, is taking it in this whole new direction where there are similarities within the timeline. But like, here's another interesting thing. Scorpion, to my knowledge, has always been Hanzo Hasashi. That's Scorpion's like given name. Sub-Zero has always been Bi-Han. In Mortal Kombat 1, Sub-Zero is Bi-Han. Scorpion is not Hanzo Hasashi. Don't know the name of this version of Scorpion, but in the timeline, this version of Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 1 is actually the blood brother of Sub-Zero, Bi-Han. So it's not Hanzo Hasashi. It's some other guy that is apparently in this new timeline the original Scorpion. Yes, in this game, Scorpion still commands fire. Sub-Zero still commands ice. So that stayed the same. But just in general, the storyline is revamped. It's like everything is new. In fact, again, you only know who this character is probably if you're a fan of Mortal Kombat. Kenshi. We find out how Kenshi loses his eyes, how he goes blind. We figure that out, at least in this timeline, which is interesting to me because now I'm going to have to do more research to figure out, like, well, what happened in the previous timelines? Because I'm sure, knowing how Ed Boon, there's a lore to all of this, which that's why I think I love it so much more now, because there's this rich, in-depth story to all the characters, and the characters have their own character development, and it's much more than just a game. It's like a history of these characters. And yeah, I know I'm a nerd for loving that with a passion, but you know, it makes me feel good. And I'm convinced now that that's what I need to focus on instead of trying to do things that I think are going to make me happy or what all of you all think should make you happy. You do whatever the fuck you got to do. I'm going to take care of me. And I tried to, there's one person, you know who you are. I try to get you to, you know, be more invested in my life and to be more involved. And you know I was in a gentlemanly way, but it's clear, it's obvious that you will not. You refuse. So I'm done. It's over it. Not here to put anybody down. Just saying I moved on. You know, I'm not doing this for anybody other than myself at this point because I love Mortal Kombat so much, and I just want to share my passion with whoever watches this. But anyways, I'm in love with the new Mortal Kombat. Just to summarize this, I love it. It's so fascinating to have learned a brief amount of the previous timeline, Mortal Kombat 1 through 11, and now they've rebooted the whole series, like the whole timeline and everything, and created this new, I'm guessing, new timeline to fit like a new era of Mortal Kombat. And that just fascinates me, you know, because I want to learn more about the previous timeline, which is Mortal Kombat 1 through 11, of like starting back in, what was it? It came out in like 96, I think, 97. So that's from 96, 97 to 2023. Yeah, it's over 20 years of Mortal Kombat history that I need to brush up on, so to speak. And I'm not doing this to, you know, feel included with other Mortal Kombat nerds. I don't give a shit about other Mortal Kombat nerds. I only give a shit about me and that I love it, so I'm going to talk about it and explain why. Because to me, you'd have to be a fucking fool not to think Mortal Kombat is awesome. And if you've never given it a chance or you don't care, why are you watching this? I told you from the get-go, don't watch this if you're not a fan. But I do it because it makes me feel good. And it's not much. I'm not getting paid to do it. I'll never make money from playing Mortal Kombat 1. I'll never be that good. If that even is a possibility. It's not in my cards, if it is. I just enjoy it. It's fun. It's entertainment, and I'm very entertained at this point. I have not read any books. I was so, and still am so jaded, very much jaded by the authors in the industry that are doing better than me, that are successful in their own rights, for what success means to them. And I don't have a vendetta against any of them. I'm just like, fuck it. I'm not going to read jack shit. If I read anything, I've been reading Arthur Machen. Dude died in like 1930. So to give you an idea, the type of writing he was doing would be considered classic literature. That's the only thing I'm putting my nose in between these days is classic works of art. I'm done reading your fucking bullshit. The only person that really, outside of Stephen King, that really impressed me, I mean, just fucking, dude is rocking it, is Josh Mallerman. Never want to be his friend. Don't even want him to see this, to be honest. I don't want fucking Josh to be like, thank you, man, I appreciate that. Fuck you, Josh. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm just saying you're fucking good at what you do. You're way better than everybody else I've read. And I'm not going to name any more names than that, because if I do, I'm going to be talking shit, and I'm done doing that too. So bottom line is that all the people that I met have just made me fucking not want to give a shit about reading modern works of literature, modern day stories written by modern day people. Fuck modern day. Fuck you all, man. Like I'm here. I'm part of modern society, and I ain't even mad at it anymore, but I see what's going on, how you all perceive me, and I'm done, man. I'm not here to win friends and influence people. Like, I'm here to be a goddamn genius and to make my mark in time. And that's it. That's all I've ever wanted to do. And I realize I don't need friends to do that. I don't need people to come hang out with me and have lunch. I've been begging people to do that for so goddamn long, and was even trying to do it in a way that sounded, you know, enticing. Well, come hang out with me. We'll have fun. Nobody believes me anymore. Everybody sees me as a lunatic, and those who don't can't do shit to help me undo that. So that's why I only care about me at this point. There's more to it than that, but I'm not going to go into it. Stuff with family that none of your business. And that's it. I think I'm done here. Don't know when I'll see you next. I'm sure I'll see you around. Peace.